I just went out with a test. I'll see what, because we spent a lot of time, and the First Lady just went out with a test also. So whether we quarantine or whether we have it, I don't know.
The president does have mild symptoms.
I am told it's a rather light case.
Mild symptoms, but he is hard at work.
I'm going to Walter Reed Hospital. I think I'm doing very well.
Thursday, he had a mild cough and some nasal congestion and fatigue, all of which are now resolving and improving.
Doctor, what was the date of the president's last negative test?
I'm not going to get into all the testing going back.
I'm not going to give you a detailed readout with timestamps of every time the president's tested. He's tested regularly, and the first positive test he received was after his return from Bedminster.
Can you tell us when he had his last negative test? Was it Thursday? Was it Wednesday? Do you remember when he had his last negative test?
I don't want to go backwards. It's important to note the president's been fever-free for over 24 hours. He did have a fever Thursday into Friday, and since Friday morning, he's had none. Thursday night into Friday morning, when I left the bedside, the president was doing well, with only mild symptoms, and his oxygen was in the high 90s. Late Friday morning, when I returned to the bedside, the president had a high fever, and his oxygen saturation was transiently dipping below 94%. It's been more than 72 hours since his last fever. Oxygen levels, including ambulatory saturations and his work of breathing, are all normal.
Has he ever been on supplemental oxygen?
Right now, he is not on
I understand.
oxygen.
I know you keep saying
That's
right now, but should we read into the fact that he had been previously?
Yesterday and today, he was not on oxygen. Thursday, no oxygen, none at this moment. Yeah, and yesterday with the team, while we were all here, he was not on oxygen.
Yesterday morning, we were real concerned with that. He had a fever, and his blood oxygen level had dropped rapidly.
Late Friday morning, when I returned to the bedside, I recommended the president we try some supplemental oxygen. I didn't want to give any information that might steer the course of illness in another direction, and in doing so, it came off that we were trying to hide something, which wasn't necessarily true.
And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know. But don't let it dominate your lives.